Good evening. Thank you to NHTV for allowing the North Haven Rotary Club to come on tonight to talk about our second annual Restaurants and Roses raffle. Tonight I have George Gerton with me, one of our board members, and we'd love to have about 20 minutes of your time tonight.
Great. I'm looking forward to it, Teresa.
Yeah, so hopefully you out there in NHTV land might remember that last year, due to COVID, was the first time in 20 years, I believe, we could not have our annual Wine and Roses Festival. You know, it's been a mainstay of our club. It's been our major fundraiser. Many restaurants in the area all donated their time, their food. We had local winemakers come and bring us wine. The last year we had it, we called it Weinstein and Roses, right? Yeah. So unable to have this, what we considered our really fun and biggest fundraiser, we admittedly copied what other groups or Rotary groups in the area started doing, and what that was to go out to the restaurants who have been very helpful to us in the past, and we purchased gift cards from them, $100 and a $50, and then we raffled off for $20 a chance to win $3,000 in gift cards to your favorite restaurants.
Yeah, it was very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Second prize will be this year $50 gift cards, and then 3rd through 10 you can choose a $100 gift card to a restaurant of your choice. So that's what we're here to talk about tonight. There's a reason that we're on here also asking, and it's really not for our club, because the money that we take in gets given away at the end of the year. And we have a list in front of us. It's our little papers. We're going to look busy. But what we have really over here is a list of the restaurants, and on the other side is a list of all of the groups that Rotary Club supported last year. And before we get into the list and talk a little about our charities, George, I want to talk a little bit about what we did with the food pantry at the Congregational Church for the past few years.
We did a good job of getting the members to bring in food, non-perishable food, and then we were able to distribute it out to the churches in the area, who in turn would provide that to their parishioners who were in the need. So it was a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, and for Thanksgiving, again, we've done this in the past years, but the past 2 years has been really important. We partner with Liberty Bank, and when we bring donations in, they have a match for us. I think it's 25 cents for every dollar. And this past year was I think over the full year, $40,000 worth of assistance that the Rotary Club was able to provide for the Congregational Church, which really is one of our 2 community food pantries.
Correct.
So it's not only for the Congregational Church, but it goes out to people even outside of North Haven who need help. So why do we want to ask for your $20? There's one reason. George, just pick something off here, one of the groups that we help, and let's tell everybody out there watching.
We help a lot of people. The money we raise goes back into the community, so the more we get, the more we can help the community. I was personally involved with the K-9 unit that the police department has this year. We did well with that, and a lot of people are just, senior center, we help them out. I'm pretty big on substance abuse. We help them out a lot. We still have the drives. I don't think we had them this year at the firehouse.
No, I think COVID affected that as well. Right, I do.
And at those, we would take in the drugs, and we'd call the federal government, and they would dispose of them in the proper way. If we could keep any drugs off the street, I'm all for that. So it's an organization that we meet weekly usually for breakfast, and we talk about the next round of projects we're going to do. But all we do is we take in money to give it out, which sounds like, what the heck's wrong with us? But we keep none of the money in the fund of the Rotary, so to speak. We're here to help the community out. The more we bring in, the more we can help them out.
Yeah, I will say that what was really fun, for most of these groups that we gave money to, they do come and visit our Rotary Club and they speak to us.
Yes.
So we did have, it was Officer Dahlstrom with Cyrus, our canine dog, one of two. I forget the other one's name. Interesting. I mean, the dogs come from, what country? Are they Serbian?
Where?
They might be Serbian.
I think you're right.
Yeah. So the dogs are bred there. We learn things. We have speakers almost every week if we can, and they come from our community, outside of our community. I'm trying to get Chandra Prasad, our local author, to come and speak to us pretty soon. Sometimes our members speak. So this week we'll have Laura Pellegrino, who works with patient care over at Yale New Haven Hospital. So she'll be speaking to us at 7:30 this week on Zoom, 7:30. We'll be going back, we hope, in person February 8th to Sam's Place over on Washington Avenue. One of the other things that we have going for us is a relationship, so to speak. So right now we're on NHTV. I think if you're watching, you know what a benefit NHTV is to our community. So we donate to NHTV so you can see programs that really reach out to kids, to the seniors, and they're also able to fund showing those out there who maybe can't come to town meetings, or our Board of Finance, our Fire Commission, our Police Commission. So it's really important to have that partnership, I think, with NHTV. What about the Friends Committee for Children?
My wife's involved with that. There again, it's to provide funds for children. Usually it's a one-parent family, usually it's a mother, but not always. But we raise money again and put it to good use by allowing these people to live a little bit more comfortable life than they have. They presently live in buildings in New Haven, one room for mom and the children. And every little bit helps to get them on the right track. The problem with people who are destitute is they could end up doing something that is not good for them, not legal, and we don't want people to get hurt that way. If they're in need, all they have to do is ask, and there's funds out there that will help them.
Right, there's other groups, and they can ask North Haven Rotary. We have, at the end of the year is really when we do our giving, and we do have a form that you can go onto our website and look at and request some funding.
Yes.
So that's how some of these groups ended up there. Eli Whitney Museum, we have the Jack Veely Scholarship in memory of my son. While that's located in Hamden, children from North Haven, I know many of them go there, and this is an apprentice program that helps kids that need an extra hand, whether it's due to a medical or other type of disability or issue. And then we have, the happy places. We helped out Daytime Gardeners of North Haven, Peters Rock Association. They all add to our happiness, especially in these sort of trying times. Flowers, nature.
Especially during the holidays, too.
That's true, during the holidays, yeah. Rotary Library Corner, I do want to mention that as well. So that was started by, you know the answer to this?
Uh-oh, which is a quiz?
It is.
I do not remember.
John Grafe.
Oh, yeah, John Grafe, yeah.
No, you weren't in the club. I wasn't in the club when John Grafe started that. Our own John Grafe, we do miss him, started a Rotary Corner in the library for people who were looking for jobs. So it started as a Rotary Career Corner,
Mhm.
and now it's grown. So we're going to jump from who we help to some of the restaurants.
Okay.
George, what restaurants do you like? And I'm teasing a little bit.
Yes, you are.
George's palate is somewhat limited.
That's one way to say it. I'm fussy. I'm a fussy eater. But there's quite a few on here I would gladly go to. Bellini's, we tend to go there quite often. Hardhat, we were just talking about that earlier today.
Yes.
What a good job they do.
Those burgers and wings.
Mm-hmm. Modern.
Yeah. Our own homeboy, that's Billy
Yeah.
Pastari, lives in North Haven. He's very famous now all over.
I don't see one on there that's really one I would not go to. I know that's hard for you to believe, Teresa. But there's no.
We have a few new ones. I'm going to give a little shout out to Bitty Bites, and my husband's addicted to those. It happens to be Chris Krasinski makes these little cake bites, and he loves them. So we tried to highlight this year. She's new to it, but she's been providing these, so you can win her gift card. We have some old hat, and I'm going to go through the ones that have really helped our Wine and Roses event. I mean, we have Bin 100, and I'm going to say Goodfellas and Luce, because those are all the Iannacone family.
Mm-hmm.
It's brothers, sisters. They have been with the North Haven Rotary Club from the very beginning when we started Wine and Roses. The same that Dino's has stepped up every year. Bread and Chocolate has provided for us, Adelphia Diner. The Hard Hat, as you mentioned, has always been there for us. J. Rue's, Lorenzo's, Ludal's, Mazzucato Bakery. They make those amazing cakes, and they come with all kinds of desserts for us. Byron Rondo.
Mm-hmm.
They're a newcomer maybe in the last 5 or 6 years. Portofino's, Alphonse has always donated. Stellado's, State Street Cafe, Vino Rosso. Torito is new. Do you know where that is?
No, I don't.
It is down in Universal Drive, and it's a Mexican restaurant.
Oh.
And we decided to add them to the list to add a little bit of flavor, something new.
Good.
I wanted to also mention our very own Liuzzi's, because they have always donated. They're great in the community. But they also had a 40th anniversary party back in the fall. And what they did is decided to hold a raffle, and the proceeds were donated to the Rotary Club.
Excellent.
Yes. Dominic and his family know what we do, and I think, remember, we had a nice dinner to celebrate them down at Goodfellas in the tent. Yeah. So I wish that we had a call, and maybe next time we should do that so people can call in and ask us questions.
We could do that.
Yeah. Because people do have questions about the Rotary Club, what we do, who we are, why we meet.
But anybody could come any day that we have one, which is usually on a Tuesday. But right now because of the pandemic, we're not always there. But you could come, just sit down, have breakfast with us, and meet other Rotary members, and ask questions if you wish, or
you can call us.
Call us.
You can call me, 203-606-5127. You can find us on the web.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good way to look up and see what we've been up to. We do have the ability to host you as well if you have something you want to come and be one of our speakers, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Another benefit of the club is that if you're in business in town, or in business any town, there's a lot of people you'll meet that may need your services, that didn't know you were out there to help them. And I've seen a lot of, myself, business come from the Rotary Club, which is great. and it's a way to pay back.
It is a way to pay back. I'm glad you brought that up. I mean, we live in a great community, and I do want to give a shout out right now to our first selectman, Mike Frieda. Mike's an honorary member, so whoever is the first selectman is a member of our club. We decided to do that a while back. But he has been an avid supporter, and he is, for the second year in a row, going to pull the winning ticket. So we're going to be on the gazebo, on the green. I do plan on having hopefully a special guest, and it would be somebody for the second year, a new Special Olympian. So he's somebody that I've known for a long time, and I'm hoping that he can come and help us pull the tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Because Special Olympics is one of the activities that our club participates in. So while we do a lot of dinners, we do socialize a lot, but we also try to do activities. So we are going to help again this year at the Special Olympics bike race.
Good.
We're hoping to maybe work with the North Haven Fairgrounds and do some maybe drive-in movies. We do give community service hours to high school kids.
Right.
And I do apologize because it's just been, it's been so difficult for teachers and students, and I know that they want to get up and moving and working with us. So I think we're looking at having one big event is April 9th. And it's going to be a surprise. I can't announce it yet, but it's a big day of giving that's district-wide. So over the whole southern part of the state, all of the clubs are getting together. And we are going to do a community project, and we can get some kids out there to help us.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike is unbelievable.
Oh. No, he truly is.
He met my wife once, and then two years or so later, we ran into him and his wife up at Yankee Candle, and he remembered her name.
Yeah. No,
He's amazing.
Yes.
He was in business before, and what the town is a business, so he's the perfect guy for the job.
Yeah, and I think, I think that's one of the reasons that I want to say, I know there's other clubs in town, but I think he is sort of drawn to our club because so many of us are business people.
Yes.
You don't necessarily have to own your own business to be in the Rotary Club. We even have some retirees who are in there. But make no mistake, it is a business club. And that's one of the reasons we're trying to find new members because it's an older club. We're getting a little old. Not me. But we are always looking for younger people. We just got Jeff DeLuca, our newest member, Jeff DeLuca from Infinite Nutrition. He's a fireball. Renee Miller from Guilford Savings Bank that just moved in on the corner of Blakesley and Washington. These are people that are going to be up and coming in our community. Anybody who's interested, though, and really wants to come and just learn about us, please call us. Please look us up on the web. But the best thing you could do is come to breakfast. And I'm putting my really hopeful fingers out and saying maybe February 8th we start meeting again and we don't have to interrupt.
Oh, good.
I'm hoping.
Good.
Yeah.
I hope you're right.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We're going to get ready for our meeting tomorrow morning. There was one more thing I did want to talk about. The relationship that we have with our police and our fire. Because for the fire department, I did want to say, our chief, Paul Januszewski, has been great. He's come and spoken to us.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get him back in again.
Okay.
But this year we ended up donating to the CERT. And CERT is a community emergency response team.
Right.
And they come out, they were very integral part of when the tornadoes hit.
Yeah, we got a good fire department. Excellent.
We do have a great fire department. And I just want people to know that, we may sound like we're business-minded, but also we do support our municipal groups as well. And the North Haven Senior Center.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I know that I talked to them this year, and we may try to get some of our Interact Club. The Interact Club is a group of high school students that are sort of junior Rotary, and we may try to get out there and help them with their bocce court.
That'd be great.
Yeah, yeah, that'll be fun. Animal Haven.
Always good.
Do you have any animals?
Not now, no.
No. Yeah, I think people realize that during the COVID pandemic, especially folks who lost their jobs, there was a very big need for animal food. And there was a group that I was working with up in Waterbury, and our own Michael Hallahan. So how this works is Michael Hallahan is a member. I got a notice that, hey, somebody had pallets of dog food. I couldn't go. I called Michael. I also called a man in Durham that Michael knew, who said, well, we can use it here, here, and here. So it's like a big circle. Michael went up, we brought it down. Animal Haven got a donation of food, and I also got our monetary donations, because people were returning pets because they just couldn't afford to feed them.
That's sad.
No, it was sad. And speaking of pets, we have Soul Friends, and that's another group that works with animals as well.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a favorite of Luigi Nuzzolilla's from Forget Me Not Florist. Yeah, they're great animals. So is there anything else that you think we should touch on tonight?
No, just if you are interested in becoming a member, or just looking at our meeting and see what we do, and we have a lot of fun, and we would welcome you, certainly.
Yeah, please try to come and visit us. Again, Sam's Place, 7 a.m. Tuesday morning. But right now, let's just look at what's behind us. It's that ticket. It's not quite the golden ticket like Willy Wonka, but go.rotary7980gives.org. You could also just look at the North Haven website. I know that that's listed as well. I believe we can go on nhrotary.org or restaurantsandroses.com. $20, take a shot. And I want to thank a shout out to my friends even down in Florida, who a couple of them are Rotarians, a couple of them are not, but they come back up. They're snowbirds. They know they're going to be up here from what, May till December?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
There's a lot of restaurants you can go to. So I just want to say thank you to NHTV again, and thank you to George Gerton for coming on here and
You're welcome.
talking
My pleasure.
tonight. Okay. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.